With all the crazy things that have happened in 2023 and 2024, Hamas invading Israel, Hezbollah opening up a northern front, the Iranians attacking Israel, and then of course Israel striking back and having huge successes. I mean, huge. Where are we in Bible prophecy? What's the prophetic future going into 2025? Hi, this is Joel Rosenberg with a YouTube exclusive for the Rosenberg Report. I'm here in northern Israel. As you can see, the Sea of Galilee is right behind me. I've been spending the day on a IDF military base here. We're not that far from where all these missiles had been coming. In fact, this missiles were landing in this exact area for much of the last year. But now we're in a ceasefire. So what does that mean? Are we about to have more war with Hezbollah when the 60-day ceasefire ends, or are we heading towards peace? Where are we in terms of Bible prophecy with all that's happened? First of all, the first thing we have to know is we don't know. And let's just be brutally honest, right? We don't know where we are in Bible prophecy right now because events have been moving so rapidly. I'm going to share with you some things where we might be headed, but it's almost like we're at a junction where there are multiple roads, and I'm not sure where this car is heading. We've gotten to this junction. We can assess what's behind us, but we've seen so many twists and turns that it's hard to say, and therefore I believe that one of the most important things about Bible prophecy is don't try to speculate, or you can speculate, but you shouldn't be definitive. You shouldn't teach people this is what's going to happen next. This is what's going to happen next. When you just can't know, right? Just teach people what the Bible prophecies are that you're paying attention to. Analyze the current geopolitical situation in light of those prophecies, and then say, let's keep praying, let's keep watching. That's what I'm going to do for the next few minutes on this YouTube exclusive. Let's start with Syria, okay? Because that's been huge, right? The fall of Bashar al-Assad, nobody had that on their bingo card. Didn't see that coming. And who overtook it, right? It's not like pro-freedom forces. Abu Muhammad al-Jolani, this guy is a terrorist. He is a genocidal lunatic, and already the Biden administration is being nice to him. So look, that's a mess. But the point is, Bible prophecy says that Damascus, the historic, proud capital of Syria, is actually going to be destroyed and uninhabitable in the end of days. We see that in Jeremiah 49, we see that in Isaiah 17. Both references, both prophecies indicate that one day Damascus will be burned with fire, completely uninhabitable after some catastrophic event. Neither prophecy describes how it's going to happen. Now, you need to be aware of Isaiah 17, you need to be aware of Jeremiah 49, aware of those prophecies. And I'll do a whole program about the future of Syria according to Bible prophecy soon as we go deeper into 2025. But I just want to say right now, it's not knowable. It's a mess in Syria. Pray for the Christians, pray for all Syrians. But the end of Damascus, one of the oldest, maybe the oldest continuously inhabited cities in the world, I don't know. The fall of the Iranian regime and its judgment by God, right? We read about this in Jeremiah 49. It's actually a prophecy almost adjacent to the destruction of Damascus prophecy. Prophecy is clear. At some point, God is so angry with the wicked leaders of Iran that he's going to judge them, and he's going to set the people of Iran free, and he's going to then move his throne to Iran. And I believe Iran's going to become a missionary sending country, sending Iranian converts filled with the Spirit. They believe in Jesus Christ at that point, and they're going to go all over the world preaching the gospel, making disciples. It's going to be pretty amazing. After thinking of Iran as a revolutionary terror force, it's going to become a revolutionary gospel preaching and disciple making, church planting force. That's going to be amazing. Are we there yet? No, we're not there yet. Can I tell you when it's going to happen? I can't. So the key now is that you become aware of these prophecies without jumping to fast or sensationalist conclusions. Ezekiel 38 and 39. Obviously, I get asked that a lot because that's what Bible prophecy scholars call the war of Gog and Magog. And here I am in northern Israel, right? That is a prophecy where Russia, Iran, Turkey, and a group of other countries are going to invade Israel, mostly from the north. Those forces are going to be coming through Lebanon and through Syria. And so that's why people are saying, well, could we be getting close to the beginning of the war of Gog and Magog. That's intriguing. And I can't give you a definitive answer, but let me lay out what I shared with this brother the other night, just a few pieces to watch for, and then we'll talk about it more in the year ahead. The fact that Syria and Lebanon are not sovereign nation states anymore is very interesting, because in the list of countries that Ezekiel describes in Ezekiel 38, Ezekiel doesn't mention Lebanon, and he doesn't mention Syria. So how come Lebanon and Syria aren't in the list of countries that are going to surround and invade Israel in the last days? The main reason I could imagine that Lebanon and Syria aren't in the coalition, since the main bulk of the Russian, Turkish forces are going to be coming through Lebanon and Syria. They have to, because they're going to be coming against the mountains of Israel. If you look, let's just turn here for a moment, and you don't have a great view, but if you look, you're going to see these are some of the mountains of Israel that face Lebanon. So this, just a few weeks ago, that's where missiles were flying right over those mountains towards this Galilee region. So the Russian forces, the Turkish forces, would have to be coming from the north. They would have to be coming, and their ground forces, as described by Ezekiel, so they would have to be coming from or through Lebanon and Syria. So does that mean Russia, Turkey, and Iran storm in and take over Lebanon? I guess that's possible, but do any of those countries have the forces to spare? Maybe Turkey does. But you see what I'm saying is that while Syria sort of fits the picture of getting close to Ezekiel 38, 39, Lebanon right now doesn't. Not as we head into 2025. Lebanon looks like it's in the process of almost being liberated from Iranian control. It's possible that as we head into 25 and 26, suddenly Russia, Iran, and Turkey and these other countries suddenly do form an alliance and decide to head on some vengeance spree and attack Israel for all the victories that Israel has achieved in the last 15, 16 months. It's possible. But right now it feels more likely that Israel is the victor, or is about to emerge in the next few months as the dominant victor, the superpower in the region, bar none, having defeated Hezbollah, having defeated Hamas, with Assad fallen, and with President Trump coming back into power, having Israel's back, and possibly even taking on and neutralizing Iran's nuclear program, or at least bankrupting them. Right now, it looks much more like Israel is going to be militarily strong, and then economically prosperous. I mean, hugely prosperous. And if that's the case, if we actually have the next few years it's quiet and Israel becomes prosperous and Israel's making peace with the Saudis and maybe even with the Lebanese and others, we might be looking at the prelude to Ezekiel 38 and 39, the prelude to the war of Gog and Magog, where Israel is the most quiet, secure, and prosperous country in the entire region. That's how Ezekiel 38 begins. That Gog is beginning to build this force because he wants to take Israel's wealth. I know there's a lot of different pieces, and that may not give you a satisfying, this is exactly where we are in terms of Bible prophecy. But it's important to look at what the prophecies are and then analyze them in terms of the current geopolitical condition. I want you to be looking at these things carefully, soberly, and don't listen to sensationalistic voices. Or if you know them, encourage them to have some decaf. Don't jump at every headline and think, I'll try to walk you through as carefully as I can what's really happening and put it in a prophetic context. But let's keep walking with Jesus Christ. Let's keep praying for the people in this region. Let's keep helping ministries like the Joshua Fund be sharing the gospel and helping local believers share the gospel and make disciples of everybody in this region. Because at some point, more war is coming. At some point, these prophecies will unfold. Damascus will be destroyed. The war of Gog and Magog will happen. There'll be tremendous destruction because of it. And we don't know exactly how these things will play out. All we can know is what are the things that God has told us in the Bible that we're supposed to do. Share the gospel, make disciples, plant churches, care for the poor and needy, bless Israel and her neighbors in the name of Jesus. That's what we need to be focused on. This is Joel Rosenberg with a YouTube exclusive from the Sea of Galilee, northern Israel, Hope that's been helpful. God bless.